Hey homies, Hugh Fragment here. Welcome to a very overdue fragrance review video. Before we begin, I feel like I should probably explain myself because I think it's been 1, 2, 3 months since I made a video. Yeah, it's been a while. Feeling a little rusty doing something like this again. And I just, before we start, I just want to kind of explain myself, what's been going on. But right before that, you're probably realizing right off the bat, I actually don't have any music in the background. Well, that's because I built a completely new PC, which you can't really see because it's like literally right next to me. So when I built that, I lost all my audio files, all my old videos, everything basically got wiped. So I'm kind of just going off of what I have. You're just going to have to deal with my voice for this video, this one, maybe the next one, until I'm able to get some audio files that I want to use for my videos. Hopefully I can grab a new one because I know y'all were not happy with the one I was using, or it was getting old. But anyway, yeah, so where have I been? Hugh, where have you been? Working, dealing with life. A lot of changes happened over the past few months. I'm moving out at the end of the month. I'm finally getting an apartment in a different part of Houston. It's, just transition period. So bear with me with that moving. But even before that, it's just been busy. Motivation had been low. But not the motivation to buy fragrances. I don't know if y'all can tell, but there's actually a lot more back there. So I have a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of new videos coming. I'm going to be working a lot more on these videos. I need to improve the quality. I already have the new camera, which I'm still trying to work with. I'm still trying to decide if I want to stick with the webcam or if I should move on to like a regular camera, since I have a better computer, get some better editing software, hopefully. There's a lot of stuff that I need to work on, that I need to figure out, so please bear with me with that, guys. But yeah, I'm very sorry about that. I promise that's not going to happen again. I'm pretty determined now to keep seeing this through. I just so much I want to talk about, so many things I can't wait to just share with y'all, just to vomit all the new stuff that I've gotten. And let's just start with a big one. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but I'd always wanted to get into Creed. But when I first started my fragrance journey, Creed was, so mega popular. There's so many options, but they're all so freaking expensive. I mean, 50 mil I think was like 250, $300. 400 or 100 mil, sorry, it was like $400. But I was saving money, getting bonuses and stuff like that. So, just I transitioned to better positions equals better pay. So, yeah, I was able to finally procure my first Creed, and I kind of went through the line. I went through pretty much everything. I went through Aventus, Oily Silver Mountain Water, Rolfa, Milsim Imperial, Virgin Olive Water, blah, 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 blah. There's so many of them. You already know that. Wooden Spice. But there was one that just immediately, you ever had that feeling where you try fragrance and you immediately just have a connection with it. You just feel like, this is the one I need, this is the one I want, this is what I want to smell like. And that's how I felt with Green Irish Tweed, of all fragrances. And let me explain why. It's not just the bottle. I mean, this is probably, the most beautiful bottle I have in my collection. And that's even more than Triumph of Bacchus back there, which before this one, I considered that to be my favorite bottle. But there's just something very regal. This bottle just looks important. It's very expensive, so I'd hope it's important, but it actually looks the part too, not just smells the part. So presentation, I mean, just A1. I mean, they knocked it out of the park. I usually don't like bottles where I can't really see how much juice is in there. I just kind of have to like weigh it to figure that out. And I'm just now noticing the focus kind of sucks right now, so we're just going to ignore that. But I had that issue with all my Parfums de Marly fragrances, which I have 3 of them now, which we will get to that at some point. But this just immediately grabbed me. I don't know how else to explain it. When it just popped off my skin, it just blew me away. Like, this is what I want to smell like. This is, at this point in my life, what I'm doing, I'm in the business world. This is a businessman's fragrance. This is a CEO, a president, somebody who's confident in the business environment, somebody, I mean, let's just be honest, someone who smells like they have a lot of money. That's what this reminds me of, and that's just not just me saying that like a lot of bigger YouTubers, like, buy it because it'll make you smell rich. No, I mean, it legitimately smells like somebody who works very hard, knows what they want, and I mean, that's me right now. I know what I want, I know what I want to strive for, and I want this fragrance to go on that journey with me, and it just fits where I'm at right now. But background aside, let's actually go through the notes. So This is the most common one: lemon, verbena, iris at the top. Middle notes: violet leaf, base, ambergris, sandalwood. This is Fragrantica, so there's probably some stuff missing. But you know, this gets brought up a lot, and this is just for me, mostly that lemon verbena, just right off the top. It's not like lemon cleaner or anything like that. I hate when people say that. It does not smell like that. This isn't like the Armaf Club de Nuit Intense right off the top where it smells like freaking lemon pledge. It's not like that. It's fresh and smooth. And I believe it has something to do with that iris. Iris is usually really powdery. This isn't a powdery iris. It's like smooth and just, I can't, I gotta spray this, guys. I'm sorry. Just sprayed $400 fragrance, just wasted it. It just smells so clean, so sexy, and just so fresh. I usually can't really say fresh and sexy go together. With my bias, I would always say Polo Blue is fresh and sexy. That's just because it works for me. Speaking of that, Parfum version back there somewhere. This is fresh, sexy. This is what I've said. This is like an adult wearing a suit. I see them wearing this. An adult in the business environment wearing this. An adult who's confident wearing this. I don't feel like this is something for like younger people. I'm 24, so I'm not like old, but I'm kind of transitioning into that. You're not a kid anymore, but you're not an old man. So like kind of in the middle, this still works for that. And I love wearing this. I love wearing this to work. I love wearing this to church. I love wearing this just to feel confident. It's confidence boosting. It's not just because of how expensive it is. It just smells of confidence. And that's what I'm trying to get across. This just made me feel good. Silver Mountain Water kind of did the same for me, but I already have that one Armaf fragrance, Sillage. I have that back there. It smells very similar. I also have Tres Nuit. This smells so much better than Tres Nuit in my opinion. It's just night and day difference. Other notes wise, I know Creed is very, very popular with the amber. Their amber note is just, it's like in every one of their fragrances. I'm guessing that's probably why it lasts so long on my skin. There's something about amber, and I know this is pretty common for most people. Amber just tends to really extend the life of fragrances, that amberwood, ambroxan, whatever. And it does that for me. It works so well. It doesn't have the largest sillage per se, but I'm still getting whiffs of it throughout the day. Kind of in the same vein of Memoirs of a Trespasser back there. If y'all remember, I mentioned that one. I'm just constantly picking up whiffs of it throughout the day. And I mean, the lemon verbena, just boom, boom, boom. When I least expect it, I'm just getting that scent, and it just makes me feel so confident. Makes me feel like I'm important, and I'm obviously not important, but it makes me feel that way. So, yeah, I mean, that's my review of Creed Green Irish Tweed. Definitely 10 out of 10. I definitely recommend it if this is your first Creed. I think this is the way to go. You could always do a Ventus, but I really do think most people don't talk about Green Irish Tweed that much anymore, and it's probably because it's super old. Like, I think this came out in like the 80s. Reformulation-wise, I can't really speak on the batch code stuff with Creed because this is my first one. So, just, try it if it works for your skin. Walk around Nordstrom, whatever. Don't blind buy any of these. They're way too expensive to blind buy, but I think this is probably the safest one that you could probably blind buy and get away with it, but still, don't recommend that. Yeah, but with that is pretty much everything I want to say about Green Irish Tweed. Again, sorry it took me so long, guys, to get back in front of the camera. I'm sorry for the rustiness, the lack of music, the focus being kind of weird. Still working on that camera, but, I tried just so many times to get back into it, and this is me getting back into it, and I promise you, it's not going to happen again. And, thank you for everyone who's stuck around. My subscriber count, I don't think, has dropped at all, and people are still watching my videos, so I really appreciate that, guys. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Fragment out.